It happened 12 years ago. I was hiding under my bed and I wasn't coming out. Not for anything. Why? Because I was afraid. It was the big day. The one I had been dreading for about a month. I was going to the hospital for some minor surgery to correct a mild birth defect. My left eyelid drooped to halfway down my eye. My doctor said it might screw up my vision later in life, so he and his team of surgeons planned to fix it. That was going to happen today. At the tender age of 6, I wasn't able to fully comprehend the situation. All I knew was that I was going to the place with the masked people holding the needles. I eventually realized that I had to get going, though. Not from a sense of responsibility, but because my parents were prying me out from under the bed. They dragged me to the car, and within an hour, we arrived at the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary. My dad had used a secret weapon to make me go any further. A new video game. As I read the instruction manual, I was casually led by the hand into the children's wing. There, I was told to put on a pair of pajamas they had prepared for me. I complied without any trouble until I saw said pajamas. They were mint green, with little lambs on them. There was no way in hell I was going to wear those. I mean, I was a big boy, not a baby. Despite my pleading, my mother remained adamant. I had lost this battle. After changing, I was placed on a gurney and wheeled into a waiting room. Purgatory. I had precious little time until the moment of truth. Luckily, there was a stack of board games nearby for panicky child patients like myself. My mom and I started to play Connect 4, but the game was never finished. It was time. I was wheeled into a long, dark corridor with doors on both sides. Behind one of them was my operating room. By this point, I was freaking out, and being held down the operating table didn't help much. Just relax, they said as they fitted the gas mask on my face. Try counting backwards from 100. Okay, I thought to myself. 100, 99, 98. Ah! Why is everything spinning all of a sudden? Let go of me! Let go of... Darkness. Was I dead? Wait, a light! Is this heaven? That figure in front of me. Is it St. Peter? No, wait, I see. It's just a surgeon. I woke up in the middle of surgery. Oops. Darkness again. I woke up later in the recovery room. I asked to see my mother, and a nurse went to go get her. When my mom came, she asked how I was doing. I told her I was alright, except for when those guys in the masks were torturing me. She was surprised by this statement, as she was told that I wouldn't remember anything of what happened in the operating room. Sure, I wouldn't. This would all be put behind me later, though, and now I see this whole event as a sort of character-building experience, as well as one of the only mildly interesting things that's ever happened in my life. Besides that other time I went to the hospital 11 years later, but that is another story for another slideshow.